Alright, hi guys. This video is going to give you a quick tutorial about what we're expecting you to be able to do with NoodleTools for this Unit 2 project. I'm sort of operating under the assumption that you use NoodleTools in ninth grade, so if you need more assistance, just reach out to me. So we're going to go ahead. The first thing you're going to need to do is create a new project, and I want these to be pretty standard in terms of names just so I can keep track of them when I'm grading. So I want you to title it just like this, except obviously put your last name here in parentheses, so Unit 2 China Annotated Bibliography. All right, you want the citation style to be MLA, and you're going to go ahead and check Advanced for the citation level. Go ahead and hit Submit. And then the very first thing you want to do before you do anything else is to share that with me. So you're going to click Share with the project inbox. Now, just to refresh my own memory, forgive me. Yeah, the inbox, just so you guys know, is going to be Unit 2. It's not going to show up here because I'm logged in as the teacher, but it's going to be Unit 2 China Research Project, parentheses, Sutton. When you do that, it should pop up. So when you're typing, it should just show up. It's just not doing it here again because I'm logged in as the teacher. So I can't share it as a demonstration just because it's not going to let me share it with myself when I'm logged into my own account. But in any event, you can, if you'd like, copy and paste the essential question in here. That might be really helpful for you, but I'm not going to require that. And then from there, you want to go ahead and start adding your sources. So after you've had the opportunity to read some primary and secondary sources, you want to start to add them here to your annotated bibliography. And again, I'm assuming that you're pretty confident with this. I'm also assuming that you're going to find some pretty high quality resources. So I already just pulled up a JSTOR article that I'm going to add just as a demonstration. So you're going to hit New Source. This is from JSTOR, so it's a database. It's a journal. And if you need help at all trying to find out what kind of source it is, just reach out to me. Some of it's sort of trial and error. Okay, so the database is JSTOR. We have a drop-down menu that already includes that. For the URL, actually a little trick to make it much easier to work with these documents is to download them and save them as a PDF somewhere on your computer. All right, so again, it's looking for a URL. You do not want to copy and paste all this. This is way, way, way too long. You want to use the stable URL that you find on this title page. So you're going to copy and paste that. There you go. Okay, I'm going to tell you don't need to worry about that. All right, most recent date of access. If you just found the article today, you just click on where it says today and it will automatically fill that in for you. All right, now fill in the information again. This is why when you're using JSTOR, this window, this little title page has pretty much everything you need, so it's really easy to work with. So it's asking me for author here. The author is Malcolm Potts. All right, article title. Again, a lot of this can just be a pretty easy copy and paste job. China's one-child policy is the name of the article. It's written in English, so you don't need to worry about that. Pages 361 to 362. All right, name of your journal. This one's not JSTOR, by the way. JSTOR is the database. So the journal is British Medical Journal, volume 333, issue 7564, and the date, let's see, it said August, August 19th, 2006. I don't think there's a series. Let me double check. Nah, I'm not seeing any series here. All right, cool. So that is all you're going to need for this. I'm actually going to tell you, even though you probably aren't ready to do your annotation right now, you want to keep this box checked. If you end up not using a source, you can go back and delete it later, but let's just sort of operate under the assumption that the sources you find, you're going to add to your final annotated bibliography. So actually, you know what, we can just go ahead and click save and add the annotation later, I think. Hopefully that, yep, that is indeed what you can do. And then again, let's assume, you know, you like this source, you want to keep reading. The reason why you wanted to enter this source is because there was some fact that you found to be really helpful. Then you can go ahead and you're going to start adding note cards. I'm not going to spend as much time on this. We're just going to do one sample note card here. So let's see, keep opening up the wrong window. All right, so I'm going to say, and normally what you want to cite is something that you wouldn't have found in sort of a common knowledge source. So I'm sort of going about this quickly. There's probably something better, but you know, we probably wouldn't have found this information. Looks like it's not going to let me copy and paste, but let's assume, I'm not going to do this in front of you, but I would copy and paste maybe this quote. It's not something you would want to re-quote if you were writing your annotation, but it does have some pretty original information. So what I would do, I'm going to try to copy and paste it, but I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, it kind of got messed up, but all right. Anyway, let's assume that actually copied and pasted correctly. That would be the direct quotation. But what I'm more interested in actually is your original thinking. So let me bring that back up because at least I have an idea of what I was trying to say. I don't even remember what else it said. Out of abject poverty. Okay, cool. So, all right. So then I would interpret that for my own words, right? Why is that so important, right? That's what I would put here in the original thinking, right? Consider how important the connection is between the decline in fertility, right, to the growth in the economy, right? So I'd basically, in this section, I'd write down something pretty brief about why I'm including this information in a note card. Why is it worth writing down, right? I'm also going to title my note card something that I'm going to remember, right? So you could say something like fertility rate and economic growth. I only have that one source in the drop-down menu, but when you add sources, just make sure that you remember which one you're adding. So you always want to add your source before you begin a note card. You don't need to add a URL, but if it's from a multi-page article, this one actually, almost the entire article is on page 361, but you want to specify what page number it came on. If it's not from a website, right? If it's from a scholarly journal, so I'd say it came from page 361. That will come in handy later if I'm doing my parenthetical citations. And then also I would, if I was taking more time, I would also include some sort of brief paraphrase or summary, so putting it in my own words. But again, I just want to do this quickly. You can also add a tag so that you know where you want to organize it. So maybe there's something unique about the perspective or unique about the policy that you want to tag in your notes. Right, that's actually a little bit more important when you're writing an essay, so you can do an outline. After that, you're going to save and close. Again, I know that this is not complete, but eventually, if you wanted to sort of categorize or stack your note cards, you could. I would recommend that for an annotated bibliography, you actually want to sort of keep your note cards organized by source. And I think that that's all I want to show you for this for now. Actually, one more thing, because of course the final product of this is going to be an annotated bibliography. So you may end up having more sources than you plan on using for the final thing. You might find a source, log it for later, and end up not using it. But once you have the required number of sources, then you need to create your annotation. And I'm not going to repeat the instructions for exactly what your annotation should contain, but you can actually type it right on your NoodleTools annotated bibliography if you so choose. And then in a later video or in class, I'm going to show you how you can actually export all of that to the annotated bibliography that you turn into me. But for now, you can just literally write in your annotation right here and then save and close it when you're finished. And then everything's going to be connected straight with the sources on your account. So NoodleTools is a great feature that I'm going to require you to use for this project because it gives me a really easy ability to sort of keep track of the research you've done, and talk to you if there's anything that I feel like we need to discuss, if you're missing anything really crucial or anything like that. So let me know if you have any questions, but again, this is just sort of a basic tutorial about how to get yourself started. For more detailed instructions, you want to refer to the assignment prompt and overview document that we shared today. All right, thanks guys.